That's not the movie.
It's not the movie. It's not a poncho.
It's a freaking civilian
Gonna-
trash
This is
Wait.
actually
All right.
Iraq, sir.
Really?
My friend traded his Marine
Oh, I
fucking
can't.
poncho.
Sponsored by
Yeah, sponsored by U-Haul.
And Blazers.
Sponsored by Snap-on. You know that'll never happen.
Hey, they have something in common. So half the casting couches happen.
no, not Blazers.
No, and U-Haul.
That sounds like
you.
Okay, there's actually a story about that. So, at my
This is how we're starting the show.
yeah, so
We're
at col-
talking about
so my,
casting couches.
so my college campus a couple years back, we have a beeping service there where it's kind of informal. It's like a Facebook group where they do a lot of that. And there's this one girl who asked for it late at night at one of the main parking areas for a lot of the freshman vehicles and stuff. It's off campus, about a couple miles away. So she calls it, and two guys show up in a U-Haul with a mattress in the back. And wisely, she chose not to go inside the U-Haul and immediately called the police. And they got the guys arrested because apparently they weren't there to give her a ride.
No, they're alive.
Yeah, so
Jesus Christ.
yeah,
That's so fucked up.
good job, college
All right.
campus.
Wow.
Way
So,
to
yeah.
start a live stream.
Yeah,
And
season
second
prep.
hand closest to butt chugging, I guess.
All right.
All right, so we're Cape Fear Airsoft Coalition. I am Corey Levante, aka Shifty. We got Dave in here, or we call come from that. We
That
got
was weird. That would be on.
we got Michael back here. Whatever nickname for you get.
Bighorn.
Bighorn. We got Bighorn there.
It sounds
He's
like
a-
big corn.
He's a
Big
guest.
corn.
It's an old Japhid, the old Japhid crew. Jesus Freaks Infantry Division. And then we got good old Bubba over here. And we got, I don't know this guy's name.
I don't know.
We got Case over here. Is also old school Japhid. Wannabe.
Butterbar.
Not yet.
He's Butterbar. That's
Not,
his.
not yet.
Not yet. We're getting. Oh, that's the end of the night game.
Really? It's late.
Yeah,
I guess
dude.
that,
Yeah,
I guess that's
it's late.
2 hours. Yeah.
So, day one after action report.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
First initial conversation. First. Overall, compared to your anticipation to day one and how it was going to be and how it actually ended up. First thoughts. Okay, so
So, I mean, we were kind of watching, how a lot of the leadership went this year. We were monitoring how NATO leadership was. They're kind of new. They have a lot of issues getting ready for it, at least from someone who's not on NATO's side perspective, right? Meanwhile, we have a lot of former NATO guys now, Warsaw, in our leadership command, who knew what they're doing. They've won multiple years in the past, just on the other side, and they seem pretty darn confident. So, how that happened and how that handled during the field was expected, which was, hey, we had quite a significant advantage. We're going to make progress this year, and we did. A couple things I wasn't expecting was, despite a lot of success, we did have some setbacks. So we still had issues where the main objectives we took at the end of the day, and we did our job there. But sometimes for us, we were kind of far out in those woods, and we're kind of exploring around there and realized, hey, NATO SF is still like blowing up bridges on Warsaw DMZ. They're taking the flipping like Minigan and like Luke or Dorf, sorry. And it's like, what the hell? They're right there, But overall, we did really good. We definitely won point wise Saturday, hands down.
yeah, I was listening to the whole conversation.
Yep. Keep nodding.
The biggest thing though is it was so creepy this morning. First thing
Yes.
when I literally
No
just walked across
conflict
the
on the
fire line.
DMZ.
I just walked across the fire line, and it's like something is gonna happen. And it never did.
Never happened.
But
It was
hit
so
contact.
eerie. It was just eerie. Just everyone going across the fire line and not one single person shooting at us. There was no one in sight, not even
We
in
didn't get
open
contact
chicken
until
hawk.
we didn't get contact until we started hitting Alpha. You know, that was like what?
I think what they did was they started at Alpha, and we started at the top of the hill, overshadowing OP Alpha, and both of the teams had the opportunity to close in on OP Alpha.
Now
I
that
think that's what went.
yeah, now that is
But, yeah.
that is normal. But what's different is that NATO SF were not there at OP Alpha at the beginning. Well, at least not that I was aware of. They might have actually been there, but they weren't at Chicken Hawk.
Yeah,
So we had Spetsnaz there helping securing that. So
yeah. And I think, all right, so I'm trying to get my mind around it, but I think that what was going on is they had one force starting at Alpha and one force starting at Delta.
well, on the website, they actually tell you what their starting positions are. I can't remember off the top of my head, but
Yeah.
it's somewhere close to that. Actually, no, not Ducky. It's like Hamburger Hill. Really start.
I know there is one that starts at Hamburger Hill every year, but I think, usually the force that starts at Holiday started in Duckett this year. And so it gave equal balance of who wanted to attack where. So you got, three forces on three forces basically up there. And you got what? You got Holiday, you got Chicken Hawk, and OP Alpha in the open. And I think so. Hamburger Hill, I think they stayed at Hamburger Hill or something. I don't know what happened. And then the force at Alpha attacked OP Alpha. We saw that. We saw that there was a major conflict with OP Alpha. That left Alpha open. That's why we went up and almost getting Alpha almost within the first hour. And then I think the Duckett went to Holiday, and then EGI ran into Duckett. Or ran into the force from him. That's what I think went on, or something similar to that, or maybe the numbers are off, but I don't know. But with that being said, it made it fair game.
Yeah. Plus the amount of players this year is less because of the storm that just came through. The two storms that just came through.
Yeah.
There's a lot of less players this year. So
What was the count? Does anyone know?
800.
Just about 800?
800?
800? It was good. A
Well,
lot of range of motion that you could utilize.
now you say that, but for me, when I first started in 2011, that was the numbers we had.
Yeah.
So
750, 800.
but then last year before it was like 1,400.
Yeah, it's too much.
There's so many players in the field. There's no maneuvering. It's just shooting at each other for no reason.
Yeah, we kept getting stuck. Like you kept getting stuck last year.
Well, yeah.
This year we
we
was able.
couldn't do anything on the DMZ.
There was no maneuvering.
Exactly.
Yeah, there were so many guns just pointed across the DMZ. You couldn't do anything.
But then
I think the only way you could have done it is bulkhead rush and just fucking, maybe
We tried
two,
that.
maybe, but 3 units in one spot, just.
Yeah.
But that would leave other flanks exposed.
nothing.
What about you, Pixar? What was your first thoughts and all that?
Well, I mean, my guns went down first thing.
Yeah.
After
We
that,
went across the DMZ, and we see Bighorn and Chris, like right there with us, and we get on the other side of Woodline, and they just vanished.
Yep.
Yeah.
for a good 2 hours. But we got back on the field and slight spots.
Nice.
I was lucky at the end of the day, though, where my gun went down, or the box bag went down. It was towards the end of the day. We still had, 2 or 3 hours left, I think?
2 hours.
2 hours left. We had just ambushed a bunch of guys, and my gun decided to go down. So, you can't help it. Fulda Gap, for some reason, Fulda Gap does that to guns.
What's that?
Takes it down.
Takes it down. Every year, at least one of us has a gun go down. Like
Technically, it's 4 now.
this year, it's 4. Yeah, 4 of us.
Oh yeah, just as many last year as well.
Yeah.
Finally done.
Because the stoner count last year too.
Yeah.
I decided to spend money and I didn't need to.
Yeah. You. With the face.
You did it.
Best kill of the day.
The best kill of the day.
Where, when, and what was going on?
Which one was Romeo again?
Holiday.
So
Romeo Holiday.
Holiday was the best place today. Around, I would like to say 4. Nope, not 4. About 3 o'clock. There was special forces coming in from the wood line, from the back. Huh?
Very special.
Yes, that was very special. It was 15 members coming. You was there. You was there. You was there.
We were all there.
All of you guys was there, and it ended up being left me and 3 other people.
Yeah.
And so the special kill that I had got today is not even a kill. It was 3 kills in a row.
Dude.
And that's whenever they was running across. And I saw that they was running across.
When we all ambushed them?
No, it was me.
Afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever they was all 3 running. So I aimed my gun here. And just started. And then it got every single one of them.
Nice.
And so that was one of the best kills of the day for me. By the way,
Triple kill.
yeah. And then
Triple kill.
for the first time ever, I was able to do a safety kill.
There you go.
And the guy was running up towards the bunker that I was on and bunker tagged it. But the referee was like, he's not in the bunker. And I came around, I was like, please put the gun down. Please put the gun down. And he was like, thank you for saying please. I was like, you're welcome. Bye. And he distracted me because then there was another guy coming in.
Okay.
And the other guy was in the middle and we was at a battle. But I didn't get hit, but I decided to take my hit. Because even though it was just him, they was flanking us from the side. So there was no chance with me and 3 people at that
Where
time.
was that at?
Huh?
Where was that going?
Also at Holiday.
So you say
A lot
that?
of shit went down at
Well,
Holiday.
so that wasn't actually Holiday. That's to the right of it in a small place. It's just McKay. It was right in front of was it Colleen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right in front of the NATO SF spawn point.
Yeah, they was
Oh,
coming.
is that where we were?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
You know.
That's the one we were trying to find?
Yeah, originally we couldn't find it Friday. I don't know how we missed it.
Yeah.
I think we saw some of the black tire bunkers at the perimeter of it, but for some reason we could not find the actual bunker itself. That or we confused it with Romeo, but got kind of confusing back there.
But
Bighorn. Oh, yeah. Best kill of the day.
Definitely the dude that we saw just chilling there when like 10 of us rolled up on this man. And I called him out. And then
Oh, when me and you were together, like,
Yeah,
side
we
by
all
side,
started
you're like,
lighting his ass
dude, there's a dude right there. Like,
I was like,
shit,
is that
shit.
10 or is that green? I don't.
It's just dark, but we couldn't tell
You were
what
like,
it
that's a
was.
NATO looking mofo right there.
It's like, dude, it's dark. It's gotta be NATO. It's gotta be NATO.
We
And
lit him
then
up.
me and you just both like light them up right there.
And then Sam and other dude short dude.
It was NATO.
Yeah.
That was tight. That was a good call out.
Great.
I didn't see that dude at all. He's like standing
He was
perfectly
just
still or
chilling. He was
something.
standing the
Like that.
wrong way.
Yeah. That's great.
Didn't even
Best
notice
kill.
all of us.
Best kill of the day is when we were at Duckett. I stayed on the 6th to watch rear security.
Yeah.
And back where SF was, their mobile respawn, or whatever you want to call it. Was,
They have the mobile
I don't know if it was mobile. I think it was just their SF respawn.
Okay.
But I was sitting there. Y'all had went down the hill to Duckett. I was sitting there laying in the prone watching the 6th. This kid just kind of down the trail.
Little kid? Or,
Yeah, it wasn't a little kid.
Oh,
It was probably in his team.
Okay.
But he's just do down the trail. I'm just laying the prone, just pivot, pivot, pivot. He stops, just kind of looking around. Okay. Just shoot. I was like 30 feet from the kid. Never saw me. He's just looking around. Like, where the fuck did that come from? He goes back to spawn. I can literally see the spawn from where I was in the prone. Just like, what's going on?
I can tell you right now, after using dark lenses, it is so much harder for people to see it.
Yeah.
So much. I don't know what it is.
Dark lenses?
The dark lenses, yeah.
Yeah. But the
I don't
thing
know.
is, he went back to his respawn and grabbed a couple of his buddies to come find me. So they come out. I had exchanged positions. I moved up another 20 feet up the road. Got back down the prone in this little small dip. Oh, he's got about 5 guys coming. Sitting in the prone, waiting for that last guy to come up. The last guy stops behind a tree. I'm like, waiting for this guy to come out behind the tree. He finally pops out. I lay into him, take him out, switch over, just start laying waste to all of the other area. I don't know where the shot came from, but I had my hand sticking up right here on the top of it, just pivoting it out. Right across the fingers. I'm like, I'm done. I'm hit. And they kept shooting. I was like, it was just me. I was like, I got 2 of you. I'm going home.
Case. Best kill of the day.
So I got one, and it was a team kill. Really, it was all of us working together on this child, this literal child. So
Oh gosh.
so we just helped take Ducket, and that pretty much unless they were SF, their respawn there was done. They couldn't use it anymore. And we noticed, and we had good security there with some other guys. So we said, let's go to the right real quick, just sweep through, and make sure that area is clear, because there's no the base is up there, but if they stay up there, they can harass us if we take these objectives. So we go up there, and there's 2 roads close to each other. We go on one because it's right next to the boundary, so we have good security on our rear. We just lay down, set up a HD ambush, and pretty much we have our entire team lined up. Yeah, me and Bob in the rear with squad automatic weapons. Then we have Adam McCoy on the other side and everyone else in between, all lined up on this trail. And you see a couple of them trickling out, some 1 or 2 walking out with the dead drags because they realize they can't spawn. They have to go across the entire field. Got one NATO guy talking to a ref. 1 or 2 guys do come by, we take them out. And then the last one to come by is you can tell from his height, his how lean he was, and by his the way he was swagging. He was clearly like some 12-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Like he didn't know what the hell he was doing. He was alone. And the very second I
running to his dad.
yeah,
Just killed his dad.
just killed his dad.
Just killed his dad. Just swinging on down the road.
Yeah, so he's just like he's like prancing down the
fucking
road.
scene for fucking Black Hawk Down. He fucking trips in the doorway. He fucking shoots his own name.
Yeah.
So he's just walking down the road, and I'm like, oh god, what about this poor kid? This poor guy. I look over, and all of a sudden you see Adam on the radio. He's like, okay, you ready? And all of us just like, yep, yeah, we're ready. Like, okay, 3, 2, 1, and then we just
All guns open.
the entire team just light up Mad Minute ambush
Oh
on
my
this guy.
god, that was
Like,
hilarious.
this poor kid.
He's running to his father. Like, say hello to your father.
I must have an honorable mention.
Yeah.
An honorable mention. And that was actually 2. One was when we all worked together on the from the trees, and we had a couple people come out from the respawns. And we kept tagging all those guys, sending them back to respawn.
Yeah.
And then when me and you was holding the front gate until you left, the front gate of Holiday, whenever I was counting the people that was coming, and I told you, yes, there's 14 people gonna come over here, and we was actually able to hold it down for a good. We was able to hold it down the first wave, but then the second wave you was out.
Yeah.
Because I even told you that they was gonna come back stronger.
So you keep saying holiday. It wasn't holiday. It was one start. Hey, what was it?
Kessel.
Oh,
No, it was Kessel.
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 Okay.
Kessel. Yes.
Base no one recognizes it or whatever.
Yeah, but
We
still, it's still
could check a
flag
map
base,
and
though.
screw that.
It's still flag base though.
Yeah, it was.
No points.
Do the viewers know about how we changed squads this time around to help help Warsaw out a little bit more than what we did prior years?
What are you talking about?
Like you know how we joined 120th this time around?
Yeah.
What was it last year?
You just switching. Yeah, we talked about it last time.
117.
And I feel personally, out of this is my third year coming with you guys. I have found out personally that after we got out of 117 and we started working with we started working with 120th, that we had more, like, it was so much leeway that we was able to work as a team, as and you know, doing a lot of things that we trained, from bounding to suppressive fire. It was support by
Well,
fire.
so traditionally speaking, 117 is usually starts at Fedorf. And while 39th Guard is up there on the hill, 39th Guard's objective is pretty simple. It's usually go across and get up the hill base, right? For 117, they usually kind of bottled between the 39th and EGI in that small wooded area near the bridge. And for them, what's ahead of them is Chicken Hawk in the Valley, where you get shot down at, or try to get to OP Alpha and Alpha, which is a heavily defended area. Oftentimes, NATO SF is right there. This time around, it was actually 120th that started there at 117. Had more freedom of movement. But for us, because we had so much success in the beginning, we weren't bogged down, and we had the freedom once on the other side to go about and do a lot of that. But it isn't something we've had a lot of experience with in recent years. But it was refreshing to see that and be able to think like that.
I felt like we was able to do so much more being with 120th. Like, we was able to do so much more to help the overall Warsaw when hopefully, I'm pretty sure we won today. This
Well,
match.
that brings up the next question. So, the overall, just trying to calculate the points in your head and everything that happened. Who do you think won today?
Well, so in NATO's defense, they did do a couple fast ones on us. So the two main two of the three main woodland flag flips in Warsaw territory, which is Minigan and the one near the bridge near a door. I think that is actually a door. Those two were flipped by NATO forces at one point in the day. I'm not sure if they were able to get the points for it.
How the fuck they got back there? Those two bags.
When I went to Odorf, there were 5 NATO and 3 were dead. So yeah, I'm not sure what that was about. But I mean, they were able to do that. They did take back Ducat, and they took back Ducat. I don't think they ever took back Holiday. But they did take back Ducat at least once, maybe twice.
Yeah.
So I mean, they were being aggressive. I think people said they might have took Chicken Hawk back once.
Yeah.
They did take Chicken Hawk.
Yeah, I know they took Alpha
But
back
overall in the days, I think we held more.
I mean, we had Rex.
Well, that was the inclusion.
That's never happened in 4 years I've been here.
Yeah, well, that was the point of it, which is at the end of the day, the most important ones, which was Alpha, OP Alpha, Rex. Those 3 across the DMZ, we held majority of the day. And that's a ton of points right there.
Yeah.
And also, something I guess is more at a leadership level. I heard some of the COs talking about was some bases. I'm not sure how they choose it, but certain bases are rotated every hour to, instead of being 100 points, 150 points.
So that would drive.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they. Yeah. So I'm not sure how the referees chose which ones, but I mean that means at certain points in the day. I mean, same thing for the base NATO still had, but likewise for us, a lot of times during the day we would get extra points for them some of these already key objectives. So,
Bubba, what do you think won today?
Honestly, I think we've got the lead. today.
No, just the day.
Yeah, just today we've got the lead, but tomorrow's still another day.
Change.
So it can always change. It's always fluctuating. But today I think we have the lead in it. Like I said, like he was talking about, I think we did put those flags back on our side before the top of the hour. Because somebody has to notice it. As many players as we have walk back to DC and all that, somebody will see it. Like, oh, well,
There, our commanders and XOs and all that. They're keeping actually pretty good track of it.
yeah.
Oh, that's another thing I want to call out. So, the referees this year are awesome.
Yeah.
So so this, and it seems kind of minor first to start about itself, but it goes a long way. So, I got split up at the last couple hours of the game, and I was literally alone in the far corner of the map. And I was headed to Minigan, and I realized, hey, the flag's flipped for some reason. So I walked over, saw no one was around, flipped it, and I look over, and there was just a ref sitting there. And I said, hey, I flipped the flag. Are you tracking on that? He said, yeah. And he called up on the radio, and it was good. And that was me alone in the far corner of the woods. I mean, the fact that, and it seems like a minor story, but the fact there was a ref in that far corner when there's no action happening, doing his job, goes a long way. That's not something you see at Fulda often. I hate to say that because especially there's a lot of volunteers that come every year to come help out. But oftentimes it was because, honestly, a lot of it's probably because they're just understaffed. They had a lot of volunteers coming out. I talked to a couple of reps. Some of them from Georgia, coming all the way up to help out the Mohawk reps and stuff. So.
I saw them all over today.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job for both sides. They were tracking. They had the manpower to actually go out to objectives, do their job, and make sure everyone's playing fair.
Yeah.
And it made the game run a lot smoother for both sides.
I see him running around a lot today too. Yeah, doing the job. I'm loving it. Oh, yeah. I remember that one rep up there by where we were, Duckett. He was yelling at NATO because they were cutting behind the tape.
Oh yeah, they're really active on that.
Yeah, they were cutting behind the out of bounds line for the field and coming back in. And that ref literally laid into them. I don't know if he was just having a bad day or not, but I'm like, you good, bro? Like,
well,
yeah,
the same
man.
guy, he came up to me. He's like, yeah, you're on the tape. I was like, oh shit, oh my bad, man.
Yeah.
He didn't lay it into me, but
Yeah, but I think it was because it was SF. They've been doing it all day.
yeah.
I think that's why he was getting mad at it. He was just tired of it. And I had to ask him a question. I don't remember what I had to ask him, but he's polite, nice. After just chewing out these NATO guys, polite, nice guy. Okay.
What do you think went today?
Warsaw.
Warsaw?
Yeah. I mean, I've never seen us hold that many points, at least while I've been playing here. So.
Time we pushed them all the way back to Apache.
Yeah.
That
We
shit was
instantly
crazy.
got across the ravine like pretty much at the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
We were on the other side of the barn, pushing them back all day. Should be a good day tomorrow.
Yeah, so that's another interesting thing. No, never mind. You good. I see it. Okay. Ask David. He's next.
Go ahead.
It was a new question, so go stick with the old question.
All right, David.
Like I said earlier, Warsaw hands down.
And behind that,
I believe that, like I said earlier, I believe that 120th helped a lot in the major areas where we needed the points the most. Up on the mountain by around Holiday, around Hawk,
Chicken Hawk.
and what was the other one? Duckett. Yeah. But yes, I feel like we helped a whole lot in those majority areas that could cause us to get more points, So yeah, I feel like that right there was one of the one big perk behind all this.
nice.
And because like I said, I was around just 120th for the whole day, and a lot of 120th guy was so understanding and was willing to work with us in different aspects of the field. with like last year when we was with 117th, I didn't feel that. I felt like we were just scattered around and
Yeah,
it was not organized. This felt more organized and I felt more confident about everything this past time than I did last year.
That's when I walked by.
oh,
this one.
Well,
I gotta bring up the fucking ambush you pulled up on Holiday.
yeah,
The guy
yeah.
that does baseball.
Oh, that was great. It was great at the first contact when we took them all out, but after that finished,
A little background.
okay, yeah, a little background. So, Chimney and David were up a little bit further.
Okay. Hold on. So we were at Holiday. We were busting security for like an hour to get points and watch the SF spawn. So we had a good perimeter around Holiday. And
We had security set up at Holiday. It was tight security. The SF drop zone, whatever you want to call it, was probably 200 feet in the woods where we could see it. Where we could see it, see the guys.
I'd say
walking
get actually way back down there is about 300.
Yeah,
maybe
back
50 feet
away. Shifty and Dave were in front of me a little ways, but they counted 15 SF guys returning to the DZ to come back up. We think they were going to come back up, shoot around, and go to Bentry, wasn't it?
Yeah, so when they spawned in, it took them a minute. I guess they're going over plans or where they're going or whatever. So they come back out of their spawn, and we thought they were going to come towards us. Like, you know, why not? Did they not see us? Did they not hear us? I guess not. They literally came right at us, and then just took a fucking hard left down the trail. And like, I guess they don't see us.
Yeah. Was it just you guys? I don't remember this.
You were down at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah,
I remember that.
yeah,
Okay.
you didn't see it.
Yeah, because I know we were split up with you guys.
So it was me,
Yeah.
David, and Bubba,
I was just
and then you came over.
I was like right behind Bubba.
Oh, you were. So
Yeah.
you got a bunch of shit. Okay, so it's us four
He came over
on
as
that
soon as
flank
like,
on the western side of Holiday, just watching the western side, watching for the SF to come up. Got on the radio, saw that they were coming, and we got real hush hush and prepared for, you know, them to assault us, and they didn't assault us. They turned left on the trail and counted about 8 of them that went by, all in full range, left and right. We could all get them, and got to a point like if we don't shoot them now, they're gonna move out. So I got on the radio. We're like, fire, fire, fire! And just everyone fucking lit like 15 dudes up.
Is this a life battery or life
Yeah, we lit all 15 of them up, and it was one great show. The first wave.
They were staggering to figure out what the fuck. Why are these guys here?
What the fuck hit? Just hit
Yeah, like they didn't even get down. They didn't even hit the ground or anything. They're like,
Those are mine.
I don't know.
I guess coming from this way.
Hang on. Is that normal?
But like seriously, just the 4 of us on that flank, and
swelling, yeah.
probably about 6 of us in total shooting these guys.
From the cold,
Just completely ambushing them.
Yeah, those are mine.
Just shock it all, ambush, and
Well, these are yours?
Yeah.
Hold on, Joe.
it was probably the highlight of the day right there. Just wiping out an entire like squad and a half.
Hey, can you put it in my box?
No.
Oh,
No.
This box is behind you.
oh.
But yeah, that was great. And as soon as we initiated contact and finished that contact, my gun goes down.
Yeah.
And so does his.
Yeah.
At the exact
I
same
went
time.
through literally just full autoing them, like fucking full auto all of them. Like went through 4 mags, so like 480 rounds, 500 rounds right there. Just and then my gearbox locked up, but
Yeah, my box mag decided just gonna stop working. Of course.
yeah. So after that was pretty much the end of it. We were like, dude, whew, we were
all
filled up on Airsoft. Yes, like, all right, we're good, dude. That was good.
The hills of death.
Yeah, the hills of death.
Yeah.
And so me and Bubba ended up exiting the field. Our guns are down, so it was just David and Chandler.
Hold it down.
Overall, the day we kept fluctuating between Chicken Hawk and Chicken Hawk. All right, so we first hit Chicken Hawk, which there was no resistance there, and then we went up to Alpha and got as far as we could. We got 2 trench systems in. Yeah, we pretty much got all wiped out.
Now, after you guys got wiped out, I think within the hour we did get some of the Fulda flags.
Okay, that's cool. So we pushed them pretty hard right there. Then we hung around Duckett, wiped out a squad, and then we got hit, and then pretty much just Holiday, Duckett, and what was that one? Keller.
No, we keep getting it wrong. Kessel, there we go.
Kessel. Yeah, those 3 bases we were primarily around, and just trying to hold those down. That's about it right there.
Yeah.
Anyone got anything else to say?
Oh, yeah.
33 kills, 3 deaths over here.
Machine gun squad.
Yeah, it was about tomorrow. So in the past, even during Warsaw's worst years, the past couple of years in particular, in the first hour to sometimes 2 hours, Warsaw can still do a pretty nice defense. Do pretty well essentially. So we should see if that continues, because if we're already doing well, what does that mean for NATO tomorrow?
A lot of NATO players in the parking lot.
Yeah, I mean honestly, if we can lock it down first 2 hours, they're not going to be interested. So.
All right.
We to our advantage.
So we got the game tomorrow, and we step off what time?
9, I'm pretty sure. I think it's an hour. No, it's supposed to be 9. Multiple years.
It's been 10 because of the parties.
Yeah, it's been 10 because people too tired and drunk to wake up on time.
Yeah.
Me and Bubba, I know back in high school, would sometimes be one of 10 guys who show up for all of Warsaw on time.
We'd be just walking out there like, where is everyone?
Yeah, then some rep comes out like a cigarette and says like, "Hey,
we're gonna knock it back, dude."
It's like, what the hell, man?
Fucking
we walk. Me and you walk back and just look over at both CPs. Moses is over here stumbling out of the tent, just like half slaved, half just don't care anymore.
Well, that's normal. It's just a matter of time he gets out of the tent.
It's just a matter of time.
Hey.
All right, we gotta get out of here.
We gotta
my
sleep.
battery's dying on a hotspot. But tomorrow we got the game, and then we will be doing a complete after-action report of not just day 2, but the whole entire event, the Fulda Gap, on the 18th, I think at 2100, 9 o'clock. Yep, I think that's correct. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Besides that,
There is more than one CPU.
That's it.
I think it's all.
CPU on the field.
Wait.
What?
Took over yet? Fuck you.
All right, we're out of here. Yeah, everyone have a good night.
Oh, bye.